Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 20 of our Timberborn playthrough. If you guys are new to the series, definitely check out some of the older videos. Subscribe to stay up to date on this series as well as others. Leave a like and a comment. It really helps out with the video engagement and it's really motivating to see. We'll go through a quick recap of episode 20 and then we'll get into the video. Alright, we are in the video, and we are not going to do a recap of episode 20, we're going to do a recap of episode 19. Anyway, in episode 19, we did a ton of dynamiting, which we are going to continue today. We mapped out some more water pumps here in Oasis Atoll. You will see that we are just at the end of the drought. We haven't even dropped a full tile of water yet, which is fantastic, and these pumps have been pumping the entire time. So just the more that we dynamite out, the more water we can store in here, the better it's going to be. We got working seriously on our science district, so you can kind of see what we got planned out here. We're going to route the power over from Hillview to run our number crunchers. These take 500 horsepower apiece. They produce 10 science every hour. So they are 10 times as efficient as the inventor, and they require no workers, which is pretty cool. So why we're going to have people live up here, I'm not sure. Oh, that's right, to operate the bot factory. That's right. Okay, anyway. We also did a pretty good amount of work here in the future forestry district, which I still need a name for, by the way. I have a name for the science district. I'm holding it up my sleeve. Magnic. You know what I'm talking about. Holding that name up my sleeve for when we finally establish that district. But I do need a name for the forestry district, so if anybody has one in mind, please let me know. And then other than that, we will go ahead and get into this video. So the very first thing that we're going to do, we're going to do a little dynamiting. Just that one piece, you know, nothing extreme. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to actually dynamite away our strategically placed dynamite, and hopefully that will help us. Hopefully that'll help us not completely flood out like we seem to do every time. So, you know, this water should overflow here any minute, and then we should get moving. We're having some oaks pop, which is pretty great. We have a pretty solid amount of berries now, which is also very good. So let's start to get into what we want to work on today. Well, one thing is I want to continue to expand Oasis Atoll. And in order to do that, kind of swing around here, we need to dynamite down to this level in order to start building things. And that's just a personal, you know, a personal crusade, if you will. That I would like to do. It's not absolutely crucial that we do so, but I think it will benefit us in the long run if we are just slightly patient in getting that done. I am going to transfer over. Let's do maybe 5 beavers over to Oasis Atoll, just so we can get some builders to utilize all these explosives that we have in here. Hopefully that works. Oh, one other thing that we did in episode 19 is we finally established the fermenters for our cassava, and we got another power supply hooked up because we needed one. So this is going to allow us to ferment, and you'll see here we have the storage. Cassava, mushrooms, and soybeans throughout the entire drought season. And actually, it kind of looks like, yeah, we are completely out of mushrooms. So we might need more mushrooms, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. But if that is the case, then who are we to argue? So if that's what we were going to do, how best would they be laid out? Yeah, I'm thinking something like that. And then we could get 3 paths in there. A triple platform for the mushrooms. And then we could do triple-decker hydroponic gardens like that. That'll work. And then, you know, we just kind of... That's a huge supply of mushrooms here. I don't know. You guys who play this game more than I do will probably look at some of the stuff I do and just be like, what is this guy doing? His ratios are all wrong. And you would be completely correct. I'm also going to remove those pines because I don't want the pines to be cut. We got oaks for that. Yeah, but you guys probably watch some of the stuff I do and you guys probably just like, this guy's crazy. He's just, you know, he's not doing anything right. Which, to be fair, is accurate. I've never been a huge ratio guy in virtually any game I have ever played. And that's just purely, you know, that's just kind of the way I am. You know, it's neither good nor bad. It's just, it is the way it is. Anyway. Let's start by getting 3 number crunchers here. I'm actually going to go ahead and put that path back in here. Just because I kind of envision us having some kind of a district going on over here, and maybe that'll be a good connection. It's always good to maintain the connections, you know. And then if we go into well-being, let's see, we could put a maybe a shrine in there. A couple of these. Probably could have built some shrines into this monstrosity, now that I think about it. But we'll sneak them in, you know, wherever we can kind of get them. You know, maybe we can... no, that's probably more of a shrub location. Those are definitely shrub locations. And then, let's see, that could be... Maybe we could do something like this. Shrub here. And then if we go into our well-being, we can get a shrine. Right there. That'll be nice. Anyway, these are going to take quite a while to build. Our power is hooked up. We do not have tremendous excess power, but we also have 2 generators that are not operational right now. So, you know, they'll just kind of continue to work on this stuff as we go. I'm just going to prioritize all of the stuff up here so that they actually work on getting those built before they start building shrubs and doing dynamite and stuff like that. These guys at Oasis Atoll, they can handle the dynamite action, which is good. Okay, now these need to be for mushrooms. So let me just get those selected, and then let me just check at moderately high workplace priority for all of these. Seems good to me. And those should get built pretty fast. There's no one... There aren't that many building projects going on over here. Although, I did just remember, we need to dynamite this out. We need to get rid of the stairs. And then we need to continue to plant oaks, as well as get rid of this path. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. I'll get rid of it over to there, I would think. And then we're going to reconnect it right here. And we'll do something like that. Get that reconnected. Just for now, and I don't know why I put those platforms in there, but it seemed kind of like a good idea at the time. Let's see, how far does this reach? Okay, so only to there. This one may reach over there. I'm not sure. We might need to put in another forester, which would be somewhat unfortunate, but you know, just kind of is the way it is. Okay, so how are we doing? Only 6 vacancies in Fall City, which is exceptional news. Over here in Hillview, 21. Not as good. It is getting better though now that we have a huge quantity of berries. So that is good. Over here in Oasis Atoll, we are still backfilling this place with beavers from primarily Fall City. And that's our 3rd district. We also have our metal beavers. We can pause 2 of those just because we have far too many over here. We have these metal beavers that are working over here, which are great. They've completely filled this up. It is set to supply, and I believe, yeah, I built one of these over here, so hopefully this is getting filled up. It is, okay. And then hopefully that is getting transferred over here. I believe it is. Let me see. So the imported goods for Hillview include scrap metal. Yes, perfect. That is working exactly as intended. And we're still just struggling with population over here. I am wondering if I should build some more breeding pods. Question is, where would I build them? Let me see. It would have to be somewhere that kind of made sense. I mean, I could build them up here, although I am reserving this for engines. Hillview is extremely compact, which I love, to be sure, but it makes it a little bit difficult to find a place to build stuff. You know, I could put like some right here, like 3 pods right there. That's an option. Might do that. You know, it's not the most convenient, but it's also not horrible. So let's do that, and then let's go into housing. Let's get 3 breeding pods right there. I'm gonna put those on maximum priority so that we can hopefully get those built fairly quickly. And then we can continue with our various building projects, mainly the number crunchers over here, because we're going to need a lot of science. And these are going to draw a lot of power. That's 1,500 power. We are currently producing in excess of about 500, so we would need about 1,000 more. So why don't we just start... We can start to, you know, kind of map out a couple more engines, because we are definitely going to need them. Which will be good. Okay, we can also delete this path, and then we can also fit an engine in right here. It does need to be connected up, though, so why don't we delete that. Get a 3-way, and then we can put that in. And then we can just make that connection at their leisure, that engine. Because I'm not overly concerned about getting power over there immediately, because something tells me that building these is going to take a long time. The gears, yeah, we have nowhere near enough gears. Let's see. Fall City, yeah, they only have 5 vacancies. I am going to shift 20 beavers over to Hillview, because I need to open up a lot of these facilities to work. We really need those to be operational, and I'm pretty confident that Fall City will rebound their population pretty quickly. You know, and if not, that's okay. Okay, so we've had a series of deaths here in Oasis, which, you know, that's unfortunate. Is what it is, obviously. But, you know, you never like to lose those good beavers. And then why don't we actually do a little bit of this? And we should be able to get few, yes, pods in there, like that. And then I could actually get a shrub right there. Like so. That would be nice. That would be nice. Okay, so we got our power reconnected to our battery. Perfect. They will build the engines as they please. And let's take a look at Hillview and just kind of see what their priorities are. I'm going to set the breeding pod area as the highest priority, just because we desperately need our population to recover. Or not to recover, but simply just to continue to grow. It's not so much a question of recovering the population, it's just a question of growing it at all. Yep, and then we have a couple vacancies here. So let's take a look. 23 vacancies here. Hillview has 6. Maybe I went a little overboard on Hillview. But, I kind of don't think so. Let's bring these down to 1 farmer each. I think that should be more than enough to handle this. And then let's go Hillview to Oasis Atoll. Send them 4. So we're just kind of shuffling the beavers a little bit. Here and there, just to kind of make things work. Okay, so we're doing fine on logs. So I'm not super concerned about the forestry district for now. Their time will come when we have an excess of beavers that we can actually start a district with. But for now, we'll just let them continue. We got some breeding pods up and running. Here in Hillview, that is excellent. So hopefully we can start to get this population going on a similar level as Fall City. I'm not at all worried about the food or the water right now. If anything, if I don't even know what I was just gonna say, but not worried. One thing that I am gonna do is, speaking of water, let's go ahead and grab another large storage tank. They should, let's see what they got. Planks. Let's see, planks. Nope, they got nowhere near enough planks. They got the metal blocks, nowhere near enough gears either. Yeah, they could probably at least build the platforms. But I imagine the gears are going to get sucked up by these number crunchers, which is, honestly what I want. If we're being honest, which I always try to be. And then let's kind of take a look at how this is going to work. So if we get rid of that path, just for now, and then we go into our science. Let's see, we're going to have a number cruncher there. So I imagine it's going to be something. No, that is not the setup. So the setup is going to be like this. Okay, so why don't we plan on, if we delete those, we can plan on making our power connection right here. So let's go ahead and delete this path. These should still all be in range. Yeah, they are. And then we put a double here. And then some platforms like that go into power. We're going to want a jump up turn. And let's do this. Yeah, we can do... Let's do that. So they build this one, then this one. They've already started on that one, that's fine. This one, then we get power going, and then we can start to get some science going. Very exciting. Very exciting. Okay. This episode is going very well. I would love to get the last bit of this dynamite laid so that we can continue to dynamite down. Just doesn't seem... Man, we got just beavers. They're not making it over here in Oasis Atoll. Maybe they need more well-being. That could probably be. So what if we gave them some rooftop terraces? 1, 2, 3. And then all we would have to do is give them a path over to it. Like that. And then we could even put a path in there. And we could put a shrub in there. And then we could put a path there. We could put a shrub in there. No, not there. We could, let me see. Put a path there. And we could put a shrub there. Like so. Perfect. And then we could even do it here as well. Just trying to get them, I'm trying to get them some, you know, some leisure. Put a platform there. Put a shrub there. And then let's come through here and let's maximum priority all of this leisure stuff. And we'll take all of this down to a lower priority. They should have resources over here. We just check. Yeah, I mean they got some quantity of planks, some logs. They should be doing okay. So let's take from Hillview. Let's send them 10. Yeah, so now they actually have one unemployed beaver, and you know I'm kind of okay with that. You know, I think that's okay for now. I just want them to be able to start getting some stuff built here for some leisure, because I think that'll help them live longer. You know. And then let's get them another barrack. Although I would love to get a path through there. I mean, I can get a path through there if I just do that. Just for, you know, future expansion. And we'll put that on high priority as well. You know, they can start to build that. And look at that, we're getting some leisure stuff built. That's huge, 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 huge. Okay, very exciting. Very exciting for our beavers here. Let's see, we do have some injured beavers. They're in our little hospital area with our medical beaver. This first number cruncher is nearly complete. Just bringing up the gears, you know, slow and steady. And then we're getting there with the power too, which is very good. So let's see. Yes, all of the leisure is complete, which is excellent to see. And we are coming up on filling up our second water tank, which is very good. Now, let's come over here, because we actually need to do some dynamiting here in Fall City. So let's get some dynamite on there. Let's get that tree removed. Just so we can get that dynamited off. And now that this is established, yeah, see, they do not reach. Because this guy loads here. And for him to get down there, it's just a... There's going to be a dead space right here. That is quite unfortunate. So let me see. So that is the... I wonder if I were to run a path down here. Yeah, that does not help whatsoever. So, you know, I kind of think our only solution is running something through here. So let's get a little path like that. And then we can get that connected. And then why don't we build a forester right here. Fairly central. Should be good. Let's see, these kind of reach to right here. Yep, so those overlap. So no need for those. However, completely thought about this the other day. We have no storage for the logs. You know what I mean? We just completely forgot about storage. So why don't we go ahead and get some storage? We'll utilize the staircase right here to be able to get up to that next level. So that'll be logs. So that will kind of serve them. And then we can come over here. And we can get a triple platform. Do a little bit of storage. So this will be logs and logs. And then if we go like that. And then let me see. So if we go staircase up. And over. Like that. That would work. That's also more building than we need. You know, we could actually do this. Like that. So that'll get us some storage there. Ooh, unfortunately, I cannot fit storage in there. Or can I? So let me see. If I were to come in here. Yep, so 3 by 3 like that. And we can run a path over there like that. We can get just one log storage in there. That should be sufficient, I would think. Or we could get 2, and we could do something like this. Stairs up. And we cannot forget about grindstones. Cannot forget. So let's get a couple of those. We can get a grindstone in there. We can get a shrub in there. Perfect. And then over here, in this space, we can get a grindstone. Not there. Let's get the shrub there. And the grindstone in there. And then over here, what do we think? Yeah, maybe something like in here. Let's see. Well-being. Shrine. Couple shrubs. And then well-being. Rhinestone. Okay, so we just mapped out a ridiculous amount of stuff for Fall City. They can, you know, kind of take their time getting to it. But I do want them to lay these explosives, just so that we can clear this off. The last of the dynamiting up by the forestry district. Okay, so our first number cruncher is done. It is waiting on power, which will be connected by this number cruncher. This one is completely limited by gears. We just are not producing enough. Let me just double check. We do have enough power coming down here. It is not a power issue. It is purely just a production issue. And let's kind of see. Okay, I think we have enough beavers in Hillview that we can open up all of those industrial buildings and really start to produce. Let's see how we're doing over here. 4 vacancies in Fall City. 12. Over here. Oh, it's because they built the hauling posts. So let's just go ahead and prioritize these by haulers. The water pumps. I mean, there's not really that much else the haulers would be working on, but I think it's just the right thing to do, you know? So let's get that cleared out. We can continue to dynamite that. And our last bit of dynamite in here should be installed. So let's go to 2 times speed. Headphone users, I apologize. Oh, man. That is kind of hilarious, if I'm being honest. Let's get that stuff prioritized. We are going to need to rip this out at some point. I would say at least back to this so that we can install, or so that we can dynamite out under here, just because I want a free flow of water, or do I kind of want it to go this way? Down into the pumps. I don't know. We might dynamite that out. I don't know. It's probably not necessary. Have I been known to do things that are completely unnecessary from time to time? Yeah. So, you know, who knows? I might do it. Who knows? Okay, so let us take a look. Resources. Yeah, no gears. We do have some of the other stuff that we need, though. So what I'm going to have them do is I'm going to have them start to just generally fill this in, so that we will have a nice building platform to continue building out Oasis Atoll. Let's go back to 3 times speed. Let's detonate that. And then let's start to lay the dynamite once again. And this should be the final... No, I actually think there's 2 more. I think it's this one and then a whole nother level of dynamiting that we are required to do. So, quite a bit to go. Quite a bit. Anyway, food. Excellent. Water. Excellent. Mushrooms. Man, surprisingly, mushrooms are just, they're struggling, and I keep adding, you know, mushroom farms here, and they're just not keeping up. Like, look at that. We just pretty much completely ran out of mushrooms. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Fermented cassava is great. Fermented soybeans... Fermented soybeans is not great. And I think it's because we just do not have... enough soybeans coming in. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to transition like this farm area into soybeans. So if we take a look at this, let's come in here and let's kind of remove these. Let's remove them quickly, because I kind of want to see where this stretches to. I have a feeling that it's like somewhere in here. It's got to be. Because I might plant soybeans in here. Because I don't think I need this much canola. I can't remember who made the comment, but I think he is completely right. That I went completely overboard on the canola. Which, you know, probably accurate. Probably. Alright, let's see how we're doing. We are almost there on this. And then this is too far. Because they built that other one first. So we'll get this one installed. Okay, so now... single power shaft. Let's go there and there. And then let's go there with the next thing that I want you to build. Just because I haven't queued up that much stuff for Hillview. The additional engines. Ooh, yeah, let's get another engine as a priority. Certainly before we build the third one of these. And then I did queue up a lot of dynamite, but you know, they can figure out the dynamite. Man, and do we just keep sending like all the old people to Oasis? Is that what's happening? I kind of feel like it is. Let's go ahead. Let's send 10 kiddos over to Oasis. That makes more sense. At least in my mind it does. Oh, a drought. All right, let's pause real quick. We do need to pause all of these water pumps. Let's see, we pause, leave one of those operational, we leave one of those operational, we leave two of those operational. Perfect. This is a 7-day drought, so not bad. And we should be able to leave all of these operational. Pumping a ridiculous amount of water. So we have 2,400 water stored in Oasis Atoll alone. And then these are all full. Well, that one's kind of low. But the rest of them are mostly full. Let's see. We are going to... We're dipping into the batteries. Yeah, slightly. We are slightly dipping into the batteries, but not too extreme. Which is good. Let's see. The last of the number crunchers should be up and running. Sooner rather than later. This one. Or sorry, not the last of the number crunchers. The second of the number crunchers should be up and running. It only needs a couple more gears. I would love to get those operational before the end of the episode. I think that that's totally doable. We are starting to get some of these platforms built over here. Oh, okay, cool. So this got cleared. And that is still not the limit. So let's take out another swath of this. And then we know that this is coming out. So let's get rid of that. So we can just clear all of those. And Fall City, officially over the mark. So let's use Fall City to backfill Oasis Atoll, give them a few extra beavers, and then we need to go into Fall City, and we need to slow this down. Just a little bit. Kind of start to start to put the brakes on this just a little bit. Let's pause these 3 just to kind of slow this down just a little. Don't want this to get completely out of hand. And I just want a beaver to come over and build this. You know? Is that too much to ask? There we go. The number crunchers are operational. And our science should just passively tick up now. However, we have just completely blown our demand for power through the roof. So we need to get some more engines operational. How did that do? Not quite. Let's get another one. Definitely need some logs up here. Okay, so those are all running now. Yeah, I think that that's pretty good. You have to remember that these are going to run overnight. So what that means is they're going to be consuming about 1,500 horsepower at night. So we will still have about 500 excess that we'll be able to recharge the batteries. I think that'll be okay. We'll have to see, you know, how that goes. But I think for now, it's going to be pretty good. Okay. Platforms are coming along nicely. Our large water tank is just waiting on gears, which probably won't get anytime soon. Alright, you know what? We're just going to make an arbitrary cutoff of the canola. We're going to say it's right here. And then I want to prioritize the removal of all of this. Get rid of all of that. And we also might want to get these running. Let's go ahead and do that. Just that we can top back off on oil. Fermented mushrooms is growing, which is good. It's not you know, it's not rapidly growing, but it's definitely growing. Our power level is pretty good. How are we doing on logs in Hillview? Oof, not good at all. Alright, let's max out the district crossing. And these are on max priority, so that we can kind of keep the resources flowing. I do need more logs moved into here. For sure. And are these full? Yeah, I mean, they should get moved over. So we'll just kind of hold the course. I wonder if logs are actually what's holding us up over here. That'd be kind of sad if that was the case. Definitely don't have a ton of logs over here. Anyway, guys, this is probably going to bring us to the end of this episode. If you made it this far and you enjoyed it, definitely consider leaving a like and a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. We are going to get this soybean planted by the end of the episode, and then we're going to call it a day. If you made it this far in the video, consider subscribing to the channel. You know, we've been gaining subscribers at a pretty good rate now. And for those of you who've been with the channel from the beginning, I genuinely appreciate you guys hanging around, and I hope that you guys are enjoying the content. If there's anything you guys want me to try out, any games that you want me to play, anything you want me to consider doing differently, just let me know. I'm more than happy to you know, try new things, especially new games. I love trying new games. So, you know, if you guys if you got any suggestions, let me know. And if you're feeling extra generous, definitely check out my Patreon. You can find it linked in the description below. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, have a great day. Thanks.